Football right there.
Hi.
Feeling cold?
Now. This is now their climate. Oh,
Yes. Yeah, this is fine.
yeah.
You are really comfortable.
Yeah. I want to live in San Francisco. Yeah, I'll go to this cold.
This is the
Right now,
slum
actually, it's
upgrading
the same.
program. These are the houses. These guys, they are supposed to locate people. Like the people down here to come and stay.
How many people have been relocated?
Nobody yet.
No one's living in this place?
Yeah, they're still under construction.
Oh, they're completely empty.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's the plan then?
The plan is like when they finish construction, then they're going to do count people. People can fit in these buildings. Then they're going to demolish those houses. Then build in that place. Then again, take some people from the other portion, come to those houses. They demolish. That is the plan.
And how will they decide which people go first?
What they are doing is they are currently doing demarcation.
Yeah.
Like also like numeration, how many people per household, how many people maybe per portion, so that when they are going to relocate people, they don't go for like higher number or less number.
Okay. Is it kind of based on where the housing is as well?
Yes.
So
If it's this one,
they'll go by the closest to the new place?
That's the plan, because you can't start upgrading here when they are still like it's not in the good condition. Like
Yeah. Wow. So these all have good sewage systems and plumbing and all that kind of thing.
They're still constructing it. See, they're digging some portion they're digging over
Yes,
here.
these are,
And how will the people pay for that?
what is happening is like they're supposed to pay at least less than 1,000 shillings, because that is what people can afford. When you hack it more than that, then Kibera people can't afford that.
Do the people in the slum housing, do they pay rent for this?
Yeah, they do. Some pay 500 shillings, some pay 1,000 shillings.
Who do they pay it to?
We have landlords.
They're landlords for
yeah.
this?
In Kibera, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So it's not just squatting,
Yeah.
it's really owned by someone.
Yes, owned by someone. But the only funny part of it, like most of the people who own houses here, they don't live in Kibera. They're either high class or especially middle class families.
And they own these shanty houses.
Yes, here.
Wow.
Maybe not to touch to the desperate now.
So if they're relocated into this new housing, it won't be so much more money for them, but it'll be a lot better in quality.
You know, Kibera is so unique in a way that even what we call the landlord, which to me I call the structural lords. Like
The what? I'm sorry?
Structural lords. They are not landlords. What's happening?
Structure lords.
Yes,
Okay.
they only have structure. They don't have title deeds for land here.
So who actually owns the land?
Government of Kenya.
Okay, I
Yeah.
see.
This is a government land.
So why would they pay rent? I don't understand. Why don't they just build their own? I mean, it's made out of sticks and mud and metal.
There has been a lot of corruption that have gone through all this. Like, because you can talk to the DO, area chief, then say, I've seen a piece of land, I want to construct a house.
How are you?
Then you just go pay a small amount, then you build a house. So after building a house, you let like somebody to rent it and we'll pay you per month.
I see.
Yeah.
So do you think when people are moved into this new housing, there'll be some kind of culture lost?
Culture? I don't think so.
I mean, despite the conditions here being maybe bad or unsanitary, there's a lot of life.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. We have some people who Kibera is their home. They don't have any place.
Right.
Their ancestors were born here. They died here. Like those are the Nubian community, and they live in the upper, the northern part of Kibera.
Yeah.
So even to them, they are questioning if you are going to upgrade Kibera, then to us, this is our rural area. This is our town, and it's the same rural area. So it's gonna be difficult to relocate them. Because if you're going to relocate them, then you have to give them a very good piece of land. It's not just easy like that.
Yeah, there's a sense of identity here.
Yes, yes.
And just putting them in big apartment buildings. I'm well, how are you? It just seems like there could be a loss of some kind of cultural identity, just putting people in apartment buildings.
True.
And there's a lack of contact with your neighbors.
Yeah, and again,
and you find that in the West a lot. You know, people don't even know who their neighbors are.
Yeah.
And here, everyone is so connected.
Yes. And again, it will take people a lot of time to actually to adopt the new environment.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy. You can't just like locate somebody to a new place, then out of blues, somebody just adopt the environmental condition in that place.
Some of these same types of questions came up, you know, in Beijing with the old hutong housing. And for sure there are issues with plumbing and electrical and access for emergency vehicles and things like that. But taking people that have lived their whole lives in a certain way and then putting them into high-rise buildings was really traumatic for people. And in some ways kind of took away their culture. And it seems there'd be some of that same kind of, some of the same issues would be here.
It's true, I agree with you. Because to me, to be sincere, I have been involved. I have been in the consultation meeting for the slum upgrading program from the word go. And what is happening, like, being in this forum, I've been telling them that slum upgrading program is not the solution to the problem that people face here. What I know, like, it's true, housing is a necessity, but it's not a priority to a Kiberan youth. And I think, like, if the UN Habitat and the donor community want to help young people or to solve some of the problems, it's actually to try to concentrate more on youth upgrading program. Youth upgrading program.
Youth upgrading?
Yes. From mental to maybe both socially, economically, and politically. And for example, like trying to create job for young people, trying to come up with maybe sponsor young people to go to school. Yeah, give them, take them to vocational training center, let them learn. Yeah, and some part of my recommendation to the UN Habitat sometimes, like if they are going to construct the houses, because they have already started, can they come up with systems in place whereby they will let young people to construct these houses and pay them according to the United Nations standard. Then these young people, let them form cooperative societies, or what you call the construction brigade, and let them save money there. Then by the time they are going to finish the construction, then what happened is a certain portion will be taken back to the UN Habitat to go and again upgrade another slums. Then let these people occupy, young people in Kibera, occupy the same houses that they have already constructed and pay the same amount that they are paying here. Because the reality is, these people, young people in Kibera can't afford to pay such kind of houses. And I think the government again, that they're saying, yes, we are going to pay the same amount that we are paying right now. But after they've finished, they won't care of anybody. If you can't pay it, go back to the road. If you can't pay it, do what you can do, but you have to pay the rent.